guys, Britto here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019 and our hardcore Rags2Riches series here at Somerset Farms. Another episode, brand new day, day 2, midsummer. We purchased our old harvester that we got Mike to get a hold of. Go at the shop, and he told us there was one down here by the barn and the local chicken coop. So it's the FMZ Bison Super Z056. So we picked this guy up for 30,000. Then we also had to pick up the header as well. The header was 27,000, I think we worked it down to. So good $57,000 worth of equipment we've got here. So while it looks like we're not getting anywhere money-wise, we're certainly getting some more equipment. So it's probably the main thing. Yeah, making sure we get new equipment, continue to improve stuff we have, and hopefully we can start making some money now that we've got enough to at least harvest a field. We should start making some decent money. I'm still looking at the trailer. The guy from the shop, I spoke to Mike about a trailer that he's found. It's worth about 9,500 to 10,000. It takes 12,000 litres of any sort of grain, and it can be upgraded up to 28,000 litres, I think he did say. So certainly a good pickup for 9-10 grand, something pretty decent with 12,000 litres capacity and the ability to upgrade the capacity as well if needed. So certainly think it's going to be a good buy for us. It's just a matter of now getting that money as well. So more jobs is what we need. I did have a look first thing this morning with some more jobs. I think I picked up 3 more fertilising jobs, potentially 4 more fertilising jobs. Not a lot out there at the moment because it's right before harvest time, so there's really not a lot of jobs available. I guess there's a cultivating job as well, which we can probably have a look at. I think it should still be there. Yeah, field 9 cultivating. It's a nice quick job. It's just a decent travel down to where we need to go. So I think getting our fertilising jobs done first is probably the priority. They're worth a lot more money to us. I know we spend a little bit on fertiliser and stuff, but still they pay out pretty good. So these fields are still growing slowly. This is the next field we want to get to. I'd like to buy this one, or one of these two. Preferably this one, because it's a little bit bigger. Obviously it's worth a little bit more, but probably be the one I want to buy is this one. Buy this guy off Mike for between 60 and 70,000, I think he said he wants for it. So fingers crossed we can get that sort of money in and hopefully buy it, get some harvest in, and then obviously we're going to have to buy a seeder after that too. Potentially a plough. We're going to need to look for a plough as well. So we've still got a bit of outlay before we get all the equipment we need. But as you can see here, finally have some decent equipment. So we've got our harvester here. We'll take a quick screenshot of that. Harvester, our loading wagon, mower, cultivator, sprayer, tractor. So we're getting there as far as equipment goes. Said a plough and a seeder, probably the next 2 things that we really need. We should be pretty good. So I did stop into the shop when we filled up our sprayer last episode during our time lapse, and got him to fit the front end of the tractor on, which is good. Means we're going to avoid getting a lot of stuff in through the air filter there at the front. I know there's still a filter in there, but at least the majority of the stuff won't get caught or go directly into it. It'll hopefully bounce off, the engine covers, and won't get as much crap in our engine. So that's the plan. So we've got 11, 13, and 20 are the 3 fields we need to do. So let's have a look and see what those guys are. 11, 13, 20. 20 is on the way down. So let's head to field 20 first. Our biogas income, can I have a look at that? Yesterday, sold wood, no. Contracts, where's our other income? Okay, so that we just ignore that. That's where I have to purchase this land to be able to do the request that was required. 11,000. Contracts income 26. Where is it? The biogas was like 9,000 or something, I think. So unless it's gone on out on here, it wouldn't go sold wood because it's not wood. Land sold, no. There's no other income there, which is really weird. I'm pretty sure it was like $3,000 or something we made. Sorry, $9,500 we made from the grass that we delivered to the biogas plant. So that got us up to 60,000, which or just over 60, which allowed us to purchase the bison and the header like we had planned for this episode. So that's good to go. Now we just need to see what happens with this field here. I don't know. I said what Mike's plans are. He still hasn't worked it out and hasn't told me what he's going to do. So it may just stay empty for a while, I guess, until he decides what he wants to do, or someone offers to work the land for him, because obviously we can't work it at the moment. We don't have a seeder or anything along those lines. So yeah, we're sort of out of luck at the moment. Right, so fuel, we've got just over half a tank, so we're certainly going to need to make sure we have a little bit of money in our account for when the time comes that we need some fuel, because if we run empty, we've got no money for fuel, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. We're not going to be able to do any contracts or anything using our own equipment. There was a baling contract that did come through. I did look at the contract. I did accept the contract to do that this episode, so do something a little bit different, but unfortunately it gave us the mowers and the tractor, the baler and the wrapper, but it didn't give us a way to transport the bales, so I couldn't complete the mission. There's no way we could have actually picked them up and transported them unless we used our trailer, and I just picked them up by hand, and I don't want to be doing that sort of stuff. It's not realistic, so try and avoid that as much as possible, if we can, of course. So we had dinner on that with Mike again last night after he got back from the pub, a little bit worse for wear, as he always does. He likes to have a fair few beverages when he goes out, so still sort of discussing how we are at the moment, what our long-term plans are and all that sort of stuff, and he seems pretty excited for us, and he's pretty happy to see us, working hard and making a lot of money. He did also let me know that there's a lot of talk going around town about us at the moment with the way we've been doing all these jobs, getting them done pretty quick for all the people in town, and it's all been pretty positive. There's been no negative or anything. So that's a good thing. He's hoping there's going to be some more contracts coming our way. As I said, there's only 3 today, as you can see. Only the 3 fertilizing, maybe a cultivating one, but there's really not a lot going on at the moment, which is a little bit of a shame. But it's not our fault, I guess. It's not the locals' fault. It's just only a certain amount of stuff needs to be done right now. As I said, we're right in the middle of summer at the moment, and a lot of the land is still growing. A lot of the crops are still growing. They're fully fertilized, they're still growing, so there's really not much we can do. Pretty much just wait for them to finish growing, and hopefully we can get some harvesting contracts. We need to make that $10,000 or so to at least make sure we've got enough money for the trailer that the shop owner was talking to Mike about yesterday. We're going to have enough money to be able to purchase that, hopefully, by the end of this episode, but I'm not quite sure. I guess we're going to have to see how we go with these jobs and if anything else pops up. And then hopefully, tomorrow, late summer, a few of these crops are going to be ready to harvest. Like that one over there is probably not far away. The one off in the distance, those two probably aren't far away. They're just sort of in the final stages of growth now, I think, so it's really not far away for us to start putting our brand new harvester. It's a good work. Alright, let's head back down this way. I'll do a run around this way. This field's a weird shape, this field 20. Hopefully it doesn't take us too long to complete it. So it's worth the least amount, considering the weird shape. I know it does go off size and that sort of stuff, but you know, I think this thing would be worth more to harvest than the rest of it because it's such a weird shape. But as I said, the way they pay around here is just by size, not shape or anything. So I guess once we get through to that point where we've got our own farm to deal with, we can still take contracts, but I think we'll just look at taking the contracts that are easiest. Nicely shaped fields, don't have to worry about too much, you know, cutting in and out, backwards and forwards and all that sort of stuff. So let's have a bit of a look here, make sure we're not going to miss anything. So the guys at the biogas, as I said, sent through that money last night. About 9,500, 10,000 came through last night once they finished processing things and got all the payments through. So pretty lucky. We made a decent amount of money off that grass as well that Mike told us to clear up and get rid of. So certainly worthwhile buying that the forage harvester or the forage wagon, loading wagon. Alright, 11 and 13. 11's first and then 13, yep. We might quickly duck into the shop as well. And fill up with the rest of our fertiliser that's in there. I don't think there's much left behind. But I'm hoping we can get both of these done without having to buy another stack of fertiliser. It'd be really good if we didn't have to. I'd like the option to be able to buy the fertiliser directly instead of having to buy like a big tub or whatever, but something I've discussed with the store owner. He said potentially he can look at that. You'll just have to see what he can do. So it's definitely an option, hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, we might only need 500 litres instead of paying, you know, $3,500 for a container full. We don't need a full container, we just want a little bit. So he said he'll look into it, see what he can source. But at the moment, that's the only way you can sort of do it. So we'll just wait and see, I guess. Alright, let's try and fill this thing up again. Yep, nothing. Next to nothing in there at all. Alright, fingers crossed we've got enough for both of these jobs. I'm not sure how we're going to go. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll head up to this other two fields. I'll time-lapse these two fields, and I think that might be it for the day. So there's not a lot of jobs going on. There's not a lot for us to do. So I think we'll get these two done in time-lapse. We'll just go home, have some lunch, see if any other jobs come up later in the day, but I doubt it. And I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Day 3 of summer, so late summer. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this series so far. You've enjoyed this episode as well. If you guys have, as always, smash that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the series so far, and if you want to see it continue. If you guys are new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do so. It's been Britto, thanks for watching. See you again soon.